Weather isn't just small talk. It's a force that shapes our daily routines, our moods, and even our plans for the week, especially in autumn when the sky's temperament can change in an instant. As the gentle warmth of summer fades and the chill of winter draws near, the atmosphere becomes a battleground of shifting air masses, making the weather more turbulent and unpredictable than at any other time of year. This week, Central Europe is bracing for a major weather event, not just passing showers, but a powerful system set to unleash widespread, heavy rain across the region, affecting millions of people. Forecasts are more than just numbers or symbols on a screen. They're early warnings that help us prepare, protect our homes, and stay safe when the weather turns dangerous. For Germany, France, Switzerland, and the Benelux countries, this information is absolutely essential, as these areas are particularly vulnerable to sudden changes in weather. On Friday, November 28th, expect significant rainfall, especially in flood-prone areas where rivers and streams could quickly overflow their banks. This is a classic late autumn pattern, but this year, the intensity is amplified, bringing a higher risk of flooding and travel disruptions. Understanding why and where the rain will fall hardest is key to making smart decisions, whether you're planning a commute, protecting your property, or simply staying informed. We'll break down the southwest airflow that's fueling this event, explaining how warm, moist air from the Atlantic is clashing with cooler air to create these intense downpours. We'll highlight the regions most at risk, from low-lying villages to major cities along the rivers. And we'll focus on the Rhine Valley's flood threat, where rising water levels could impact communities and infrastructure. Finally, we'll share practical advice to help you prepare, protect your loved ones, and stay safe during this challenging weather. Let's dive in and see what the atmosphere has in store for us this week as we navigate the unpredictable moods of the autumn sky together. Stay alert. This is not a week to ignore the forecast. Your awareness could make all the difference. To understand the coming rain, look west, far over the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, where the story of Europe's next weather event truly begins. A massive, invisible river of air, absolutely loaded with moisture, is streaming relentlessly from the southwest, making its way towards Central Europe. This isn't just a gentle breeze. It's a powerful conveyor belt of water vapor, stretching thousands of kilometers across the ocean. This southwesterly flow acts like a giant sponge, soaking up vast amounts of water vapor as it passes over the warm ocean waters. The warmer the sea, the more moisture the air can hold, fueling the system even further. A low-pressure system spinning near the British Isles, combined with high pressure anchored over Eastern Europe, creates a direct, unbroken channel for this moist air to surge inland. It's like opening a floodgate in the sky. As this moisture-laden air arrives, it's forced upward by both colder air masses and the natural barriers of hills and mountains. This lift triggers rapid cloud formation and, ultimately, heavy, persistent rain. This isn't just a random rainy day. It's a powerful, persistent atmospheric machine at work, capable of producing hours of relentless rainfall. The subtropical moisture keeps coming, not as a quick-moving front, but as a continuous, unbroken stream. It's a conveyor belt that doesn't stop. That's why Friday's forecast is so concerning. Rain will fall for hours, not just minutes, soaking the ground and overwhelming drainage systems. The result? Exceptionally high rainfall totals and a very real risk of flooding in vulnerable areas as rivers and streams struggle to cope. Understanding this setup helps us see why preparation is so important. Communities are already taking action, reinforcing flood defenses, checking forecasts, and getting ready for what's to come. The stage is set for a thorough soaking, with fields, towns, and cities all bracing for the impact of this atmospheric river. Let's take a closer look at what this means for your Friday and how the day could unfold under this extraordinary weather pattern. Friday, November 28th, is shaping up to be a complete washout across Central Europe, with relentless rain dominating the day from start to finish. Expect thick, unbroken clouds overhead and a steady, sometimes heavy rain that will persist from the early morning hours all the way through to nightfall. Forget about seeing the sun today. This is truly a day for waterproof jackets, sturdy boots, and maybe even an extra umbrella if you're heading outside. Temperatures will be on the mild side, hovering around 8 to 12 degrees Celsius, all thanks to a persistent warm southwest flow bringing in milder air. But that warmth comes at a price. The air is able to hold much more moisture, which only fuels the downpours and makes the rain even heavier at times. Winds from the southwest will be gusty and persistent, whipping through the streets and making the rain feel even harsher, especially for anyone caught outside. Many regions could see rainfall totals of 30 to 50 liters per square meter, enough to overwhelm the ground, flood streets, and cause travel disruptions. In hilly or mountainous areas, rainfall totals could easily exceed 70 liters, significantly raising the risk of flash flooding and swollen streams. The rain won't let up by evening. Instead, it will continue steadily into Saturday, keeping streets slick and visibility low well into the night. With the ground already saturated from previous rainfall, most of this new water will run off quickly, causing streams and rivers to swell rapidly and increasing the risk of localized flooding. This is why Friday's rain is more than just an inconvenience. It's a potential flood event, and local authorities are urging everyone to stay alert and take precautions. The rain will be widespread, but the heaviest downpours will target a specific corridor. From northeastern France, across Luxembourg and Belgium, into western and southwestern Germany, the risk is highest. States like Saarland, Rhineland-Palatinate, Hesse and Baden-Württemberg are in the bullseye. Here, moist air slams into hills and mountains, squeezing out even more rain. A process called orographic lift. Windward slopes of the Black Forest, Vosges, Eifel and Hunsrück will see the highest totals, easily topping 60 liters per square meter. Luxembourg, southern Belgium and France's Grand Est will also be hit hard, as will northwestern Switzerland. Further east and north, rain will be lighter and less persistent. The real flood risk is concentrated in this western corridor, where geography and weather combine for extreme rainfall. This is where we need to stay most vigilant. All this rain drains into the Rhine River and its tributaries. Smaller rivers like the Moselle and Neckar will rise quickly, funneling water into the Rhine. The Upper Rhine, from Basel to Mainz, will see water levels climb rapidly, likely reaching flood warning stages by Saturday. The flood wave will move downstream, threatening cities like Koblenz, Bonn, Cologne and Düsseldorf. Low-lying areas, cellars and underground garages are at risk, not just from the main river, but from overwhelmed local drainage. The dual threat of river and urban flooding makes this situation especially dangerous. Communities along the Rhine must prepare now. The impacts go far beyond the Rhine. Urban flooding is a real risk in towns and cities across Western Germany, northeastern France, and the Benelux. Storm drains can't keep up with intense rain, flooding streets and underpasses. Driving will be hazardous. Reduced visibility, aquaplaning, and road closures are likely. Landslides and mudslides threaten hilly regions like the Eifel, Black Forest, and Ardennes. Waterlogged soil and gusty winds can topple trees, posing risks to power lines and anyone outdoors. Avoid parks and wooded areas during the storm. The hazards ripple outward, affecting travel, safety, and infrastructure. Stay alert wherever you are. Preparation is key. Clear gutters and drains of leaves and debris to prevent water damage. Move valuables and electronics from basements to higher floors. Test sump pumps and have sandbags ready if you're in a flood-prone area. Secure outdoor items. Gusty winds can turn them into hazards. Charge phones and flashlights. Power outages are possible. Prepare an emergency kit with water, snacks, and first aid supplies. Consider working from home or delaying travel on Friday. Check official forecasts and local warnings regularly. Stay informed. Information is your best defense. A little preparation now can make a big difference. When the rain starts and water rises, safety comes first. Never walk, swim, or drive through floodwater. It's deeper and more dangerous than it looks. Just 15 centimeters of moving water can knock you down. 30 can float a car. If your home floods, move to higher ground and follow evacuation orders. Turn off electricity and gas if it's safe before leaving. Check on neighbors, especially the vulnerable. Even after the rain stops, flood risks remain as rivers continue to rise. Be cautious returning home. Structures may be weakened and hazards may be hidden. Don't turn electricity back on until it's checked by a professional. Document damage for insurance. Take care of your mental health. Floods are stressful. Support is available from local authorities and aid groups. By staying cautious and helping each other, we can get through this safely. Central Europe faces a major weather event this Friday. A persistent southwest airflow will bring heavy, prolonged rain, especially to western Germany, northeastern France, and the Benelux. The Rhine Valley is at greatest risk, but urban flooding and landslides are threats elsewhere. Preparation and caution are vital. Clear drains, secure property, and have an emergency kit ready. Stay informed through official channels and avoid unnecessary travel. Never enter floodwaters. Simple advice that saves lives. Our ability to forecast gives us time to act. Let's use it wisely. Respect the weather, act responsibly, and look out for one another. Stay safe, stay dry, and stay prepared.